when we're talking about the curriculum coordinator, there are a few things that are important to know. This position is an optional position. You will be able to manage the system with the administrator position the same way that you have been doing it up until now. If you want to do something that is above and beyond in terms of enrolling students in courses, assign them specific courses, creating learning plans that are the same for everybody within your organization, all those things are above and beyond the regular management of the online training. So that means this position is optional. This is a generic position, again, just as the administrator. This position, if you decide that this is for you, it will not be tied to an individual. It would be a position with a username and password that is generic, an email address that is open to multiple people in the organization, and many people would be able to tap into this position to develop learning plans, to do assignments. You don't need to have, if you have multiple stores, you don't need to have one curriculum coordinator per store. You can have just one, and in there you will be able to address all the students within your group, and just one will do. And the cost of this position, I think it's very important, is $250 annually. This position will give you all this access, but just because we have to do additional maintenance to address this particular position in terms of giving you ownership. So every time a new course comes out, we need to go out and update those positions one by one. So it is a lot of additional work. So that's why we're putting a price tag on this. And also this is a position that not everybody needs to have within the organization. So those are the best descriptions that I can give you for that position. If you are deciding, if you don't already have requested your position, you can go to our transition website, 2015lms.com. And on the webinars menu, you can find the curriculum coordinator request form. And the process will go, you go there, you fill out that form, we'll receive it, and then we'll contact you back, make sure that this is okay for you, and then we'll set up the position, and you will be billed those $250. This, like I said, this is a position that requires a more extensive setup, so please allow about 48 hours for processing your request. In terms of what the position is going to look like, when you log in into the system, this is going to be your menu, and you have basically a limited group of functions that are available to the curriculum administrator that are not available to anybody else. So the users the administrator has, because that is just a way for you to identify and make sure that the people that you want to register into courses, that you want to enroll in courses, actually have an account. So you should be able to see who is in the system. Obviously, the system is smart enough to know what organization you belong to, so your users list will be limited to the people that are in your organization. The courses menu, it's what gives you access to all the courses, so you are able to assign those courses to individuals. And then on the lower part where you have the apps and features, classrooms, we don't have classrooms available right now, so you can ignore that. Courses is basically a repetition because it's a special feature that gives you access to them, so you don't have to worry about that in there. And then the last option that you have is the learning plan, and this is the heavy-duty app and feature specifically for the curriculum coordinator. So that's what we're going to be concentrating on. So what I want to do right now is just minimize this and put it to the side, and let's start talking then about the users. when you log in to your curriculum administrator position, what's going to happen, there's always, you're always going to get this, oops, there are no courses available yet, and that is because this position is not a position to take courses with. It's just a position to manage other individuals and their course enrollments. So you have on the sidebar the menu, which is the one that we were seeing there. And if I click users in here, oh, timeout. Just let's go back into the program. Since the program times out after 10 minutes of inactivity, happening. Okay, let's see why this is, give me a second here, I don't know what happened. RLI-16.1 and okay, finally we got in there. So this is the users page that you can see in here, and it's just exactly as it looks for the administrator. Like I said, the whole idea of this is that you can find out who is within your organization and make sure that those people are available to get the course assignments that you want for them. If somebody's not here, then you can talk to the administrator so they can create new users, or you can create them straight from here. So it gives you that ability. Let me show you what you will see with the courses. If you want to know more information about how to manage the users, please feel free to go back to the administrator webinar, and in there you will be able to learn all the details on how to manage the users. In terms of the courses, you have here the ability to enroll our users. All you have to do is when you get to this page, just click Enroll Users, and in here, I'm just trying to keep the PowerPoint up to what we're talking about. You click Enroll Users, and this is basically a two-step process. You're going to pick and choose the individuals that you want to enroll in a course. So you can pick them all if you click the checkbox next to username, or you can go in and deselect everyone and then pick the ones that you want. You also have on the top the option to select them all or unselect them all. Because this checkbox that is next to the username will select everybody that is in the current page. But if you have multiple pages, you have hundreds of students, this button will only select the people that you're currently seeing. Using the button above that says Select All will make sure that everybody in all the subsequent pages is selected. And you will know by the information up here how many people you have selected out of the total number of individuals that are in your group. If you want to find somebody because you're working with a specific student, then you can use the search feature and just type either their username or the first 3 letters of their last name, and the system will be able to find them for you. So if I type it finds that Javier Gomez is the one that it's available that matches that text string that I use. So you can, when you're choosing individuals to be registered, you can choose by individual, or you can also choose by branch. So you can come to the left side and click, click branch, and it will give you access to the branches that are in your organization. The only important thing here is that obviously when you choose your branch, everybody in your group will be registered to the course or courses that you're choosing. But also if you have multiple stores and you want to assign a course to all your 17 stores, if you do at one click, you can tell, let me just try to make this a little bigger. If I do one click, it gives me a horizontal dash, and that means that I'm selecting only that branch. So here I'm only choosing online training, but if I do a double click, it chooses online training and all its descendants. And if you look at the top of the screen, it gives you what the icon is for choosing the descendants or just the group. So that is the whole idea. Double click will choose the branch and its descendants. A single click will choose only that particular branch. And once you have chosen who are you going to be assigning to your courses, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to pick just my RLI students so I don't do any damage to anybody who's already an active student. So I'm registering my RLI student. I click next, and then it's time to pick the courses. So if I'm looking only for one course and I'm looking for the cashier course, for example, no, let me pick something that that this student doesn't have. Let's do loss prevention. I'm looking for loss prevention for this particular student. I'm picking loss prevention 1, loss prevention, and it gives me the options for that course. So I click that loss prevention course. The same things apply. You can select all, or you can select only the ones that are on the page. And then I click next. And then it's going to tell me, okay, I'm registering these people into this course. How am I registering them? And in this case, I'm registering everybody as a learner. If you had additional features in the program, in here you could have instructor or a learner or a supervisor or something like that. But in this case, it's just learner. And then I'm going to click confirm. And it's going to process the registration. And when you get to the 100%, you know that that person is already registered. So I can click close, and that is all I need to do. So basically all you do is just find the user, find the courses, and assign them. So that is the easy way to enroll people. It could be one individual in multiple courses, or multiple people in multiple courses, or everybody in one course. So that is the easy way of doing that. Now let's go on and choose to see what's going on with the learning plans. I'm just going to advance this PowerPoint here a little bit. We looked into the courses. We're going to start on the learning plan. And I just want to talk a little bit about the learning plan. The learning plans, you can have as many as you want. The neat feature is that you can update them. Ideally, you can create learning plans either by specific positions, by specific departments, for your whole organization. So you can have an onboarding learning plan for everybody in your organization, and then a secondary learning plan that would be based on the department that they have, so everybody in that department takes the same courses, and then you can have a custom learning plan for each individual. It's your call on how you want to manage learning plans. It gives you a lot of options, and they're very easy to create. It takes just a minute, and it's a 3-step process. The first one is just create the file, create the learning plan file. And then once you have that created, then you go in and again assign the courses, and then you assign the users and or the branches. That's all it takes. So let's move on and go into how do you create your learning plan. So I'm going to escape out of here, and let's go to step 1, which is basically creating this particular learning plan. So I'm going to click a new learning plan. That's what I want to do, and then I'm going to create a learning plan for let's say for produce. So produce onboarding. And I'm putting a code for that, and I'm going to call this produce onboarding learning plan. actually, we don't have to call it learning plan. Produce, let's call it for produce department. And then I put a description here, and I can say this is the onboarding learning plan for all associates of the produce department. And I type that, and I can make it bold, and I can play with it and do, if you want to add additional information in here, more specific, feel free. And then I have to choose a certificate, and that will be the certificate that people will obtain once they have completed the whole learning plan. So if you are an IGA store, then you choose the IGA Coca-Cola Institute. If you're an NGA, then you choose that particular one. So I'm going to choose retail learning because this is a student from the retail learning organizations, and then you click confirm. And I have created my onboarding plan. So I have my produce onboarding plan. My description is on bold, and I have exclamation notice there on my learning plan, and that is telling me that there's something missing. And all those orange things that are missing, it's basically the first one is the number of courses, so it's at 0, and then the number of people or groups, that it's at 0. So if you look at the one above, it has the RLI onboarding program has 2 courses. It has 1 individual. We don't know from here if it is an individual or if it is a branch. In this case, I know this one because I created it, and I know it is the whole RLI group. I also have an icon next to it that allows me to edit my learning plan, so I can click on that icon and then go back to the screen that I just completed and edit my learning plan. And obviously the red X is to delete that learning plan. So let's go in and finalize our produce department onboarding program. And I'm just going to click the first thing that I'm missing, that is the courses. So I click that link, and it tells me, it brings me to this screen where I can assign courses. So I'm going to click the assign courses button, and again, it's going to give me the list. So this is produce. So I might want to do a search for produce courses. So I do want the produce clerk course, and I might want, that might be something that I want for everybody. And then I'm just going to click confirm in here, and that course gets assigned. And right now it's just one course. I have the e-learning icon that tells me that this course is an e-learning course. And I have this nice little link here that is a chain, looks like chain links, and that's what is going to allow me to do prerequisites for my course. But because my learning plan right now only has one course, I can't put any prerequisites. So let's go back in and look for other courses that we might want to add. So I might want to do customer service. Let's see if I can find it here. Actually, let's do tomatoes, strawberries, stone fruits, root vegetables. Let's pick quite a few of these produce-related courses. And I'm just going to pick a few here, and I'm going to confirm. So I'm choosing all those courses. So now I have a bunch of courses in my learning plan. Now I can come around and set up prerequisites. So I want everybody to take the produce clerk first because that gives an overview. And then I want to maybe choose to work with top selling items. I mean, that has, we can say, I want to say, let's see, do I have strawberries? Yes. I can come here to strawberries, and that little icon that has arrows in all directions is what's going to allow me to reorganize the courses in whatever order I want. So I want first to concentrate on the fruits. So I'm going to do strawberry, I'm going to do stone fruits, and I'm going to pick melons, and I'm going to have my first 4 courses to be fruit courses. And if I want somebody to start always with the fruit courses first, then I can come here to strawberry and put, well, in order to take strawberry, somebody has to take the produce clerk course first. So for all these other courses, I'm going to make strawberries. For all the fruit courses, I'm going to make the produce course the prereq. And I'm going to go to stone fruit, and produce clerk is going to be the first one. And melons, produce clerk is going to be the first one. And what I'm doing is that when you see this learning plan, all these courses are going to be locked because they have a prerequisite. In this case, there's only one prerequisite. You can't choose to have more prerequisites. Like when I go to tomatoes, I can come in and say, well, you know, when we get to tomatoes, I want everybody to have taken produce clerk and all the fruit courses. And confirm. And that course is going to have all those 5 prerequisites. So that's how you build the prerequisites in. Once I'm satisfied with it, if I don't put any prereq, then a student can come in and take that course at any time, even before the produce clerk, which is my required. So, so with that said, once I'm happy with the organization and how my courses are going to be listed on the learning plan, and I'm happy with my prereqs, then I click the back arrow up here next to assign courses, and that takes me back to my screen. And now I have my courses set. You can see that it turned to 13 courses in this learning plan, and then I have the students still to take care of. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go back and assign the students, and it's just exactly as we saw before. So I'm going to say, well, I'm going to assign this curriculum to the administrator position. So I'm going to click confirm. And I have here the list of people that are going to be assigned to that course. I want to show you, I want to do another assignment, and I'm going to do that assignment for a branch. And when I do, I'm going to do Docebo, and I'm going to confirm that. So I put Docebo. And that did just everybody within that particular group. So it took every individual and put it here together. So I'm just going to go back, and I'm going to remove all these people because I don't want to enroll them in a course. So this is what you do when you get people that you don't need in your curriculum. Just come in here, and I could technically come and click that X next to the person's name, but in this case there are so many, I don't want to do them individual, so I can come here on the selected text box. So I want on the selected people, I just want to delete them, and this delete is a delete of the enrollment. So I want to unassign 8 users from my learning plan. Yes, I want to. And then I click confirm, and those individuals will not be any longer part of my learning plan. So that's how you unassign people. And then I go back, and now my learning plan is completed. So all I want to do now is just I want to go back, and I want to show you how it looks. So we register the administrator from RLI, so RLI admin. and I'm going to click sign in. And again, no courses assigned to this because this is a generic position. And I'm going to click in here, and I'm going to go into, oops, I'm sorry, into this person's learning plan. And was this the person that I assigned it to? Administrator RLI courses. Let me just go back in and check that out. Where did I assign that to? RLI-CC1, RLI-CC1. Sign in. Admin, I'm going to go back to my learning plan, and I'm going to look at my onboarding, and I'm going to look at the, oh, it was RLI student that I assigned it to. No wonder. So RLI student, usually the system is always right. It's usually the users who, in this case me, who assume that I had assigned to a different individual. Now I sign in. Let's see if I can get into that student account. Oh, somebody is logged in into this account. Give me a second so I can ask the person to, I know somebody's using that account for testing. Are you using the RLI account? Oh, what? Can you just disconnect it a little bit? Just a second. No, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So they were using that account to develop the student course, the official course that's going to be online. So that's the system, and that's a good learning experience. It's telling me that another user has logged in with this particular username. So in this system, you can only have one person log at a time with the same username and passwords, and that is to avoid duplicate people accessing the same account. So I'm going to sign in, and that should be now good to go. There might be something else.
Hey, Anna, try to close your browser and try it again.
I will. I'll use a different browser. I'm gonna use IE. So let's go. New login line. What? Let me clear this up and clear this up, and then just open the browser again. Bear with me a second. Okay, let's go back, and I'm gonna RLI. Let's see. I'm gonna go back and assign it to a different account. That way, we all can see it. And I'm going to go and look at my learning plan, and I'm going to assign it to the users. And I'm going to assign it to my, let's see who we have here in this group. I'm going to assign it to the administrator position. And so, learning plan. I'm going to pick here, and I'm going to go assign users, and I'm going to do it for the administrator. And we'll go back in now as the administrator. And then I'm going to do a sign in. And voila, here's my produce department onboarding learning plan. And when you have a learning plan and you log in into an account, when it has been assigned to you, then that would be the first thing that will show up into your account. As you remember, we made strawberries have the prerequisites of produce clerk, so nobody can get into my produce clerk course until nobody can get into the fruit courses until they have completed the produce clerk. And then I have these other courses that are open that a student can take at any time. So these are the fruit ones are the only ones that are logged in. And once you have completed all the requirements in your learning plan, you're going to have your certificate here available to you. You can, if you have multiple learning plans assigned to you, you can collapse and just get the name of your learning plan by using that little pointing up arrow that you have on the certificate. That will collapse the content, and then will show you just the first course that you have assigned to you for that learning plan, and with the description and the name. Then if you have multiple learning plans, you can see all the learning plans. You can see the ones that are in progress and the ones that have been completed. That should be all that I have for you in terms of learning plans. We have a PowerPoint that is associated with it. If you want to go to LMS 2015 LMS LMS.com, you can go to our transition website. You click on webinars, on the webinars menu on the top, and then you can complete that request form there. You can see it there, and then the first webinar listed in the series is the one for curriculum coordinators. You click on that, and then you can download the presentation for the curriculum coordinator position. With that said, I'm going to open the mics, and we are ready to take any questions. So, if you have any questions, what are your thoughts on the position? Any questions from anybody?
Did you say how much it costs, the additional charge for the curriculum coordinator position?
Yes, it's $250 annually.
I'm sorry, how much?
$250.
$250. Thank you.
And like I said before, just one per organization will be more than enough. Okay. Any other question?
Okay, I have a question. This is Joan. If you assign a learning plan to an employee and say like they're in the produce department and then they go to the meat department or they become a cashier, do you have to assign learning plans? Is that all they can get into is their learning plan then? Or can they take any other courses?
They're still going to be able to access any course. So I can still go as a student that has a learning plan. I still can go and take any of the courses.
Okay, that's what I needed to know.
Yeah.
Good, thank you.
Any other question? Are we good? Right. So if we are good, then I'll leave you with that. If you are interested, just click the request form and we'll follow up with you within 48 hours and get you set up. Hope you have a great weekend, and thank you so much for your time and your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.